As most cities, we are faced with different challenges. One of them is, broadly speaking, to retain talent. Cities like ours, especially in Southern Europe, we produced highly skilled and qualified labor force, which we are not able very often to retain. It means they migrate to other countries, and it's a double loss. On the one hand, we have been paying for their free education, and then we don't reap the profit of the fruit that has been on our trees. So it's like when the oranges are orange, we sell them to Germany or to France or to Britain. So the main target has been how to retain that talent. To retain that talent, of course, some cities have tried to do projects and employ these people. It's just not viable. The capacity that City Hall has to employ highly skilled labor is not very big, and it doesn't bring any success. So what we have done is we try to prove to companies that, alas, why hire Portuguese engineers to work in Germany? Why don't you start your offices in Porto instead? Broadly speaking, that's been our main objective. The second goal is, and it has to do with the first goal, it has to provide affordable housing, because what we know is, whereas we can't pay the salaries that the Norwegians pay, we can combine a better disposable income if we can provide these people with affordable housing. So it's people normally, they look at the net salary and then they deduct what is absolutely needed. Well, house is one of that. If you can get affordable housing, of course, you increase the disposable income of the families, you make the city more attractive for them to stay. So I would say these two goals are very much, they match in terms of goals, and they are part of a strategy which we have tried to develop. So we have seen two sorts of capital investment in Porto. One, very much connected and linked to the tourist development of the city, which has been rising enormously in recent years. If you remember, 12 years ago, Porto was considered one of the best kept secrets of Europe. Thanks God we are not the best kept secret anymore. So that has brought an influx of tourism with all sorts of attractions connected to tourism, from hotels to Airbnbs to restaurants to everything else. That's one side. The other side, however, which is more interesting, is in terms of the digital and IT. These are the companies we have been catering for. Why? Because that's where our best qualified workforce is. So we've been able to attract, Natix is a French bank, which has now, I think, more than 2,000 highly skilled workers working in Porto. We have been able to take companies from Germany like Volkswagen and BMW. So a lot of companies are looking into Porto as a very good ecosystem, because we have a university, we have very stringent startups, which we help through a model of financing the startups to grow. We call it scale up. So we sort of try scaling up the smaller companies, and in a way that has been able to make Porto a very attractive location for these companies. We did not bring any big public projects to MIPIM, although we are very interested investors who want to look at affordable housing projects in Porto, where the municipality is able to provide the land on the basis of a leasehold, of long-term leaseholds. So we are looking into that. But basically what we brought was our typical Porto investors, real estate investors who have projects. They need capital, and when we come here, we are able to bring this ecosystem with us, which not only helps to pay for the investment, which is a very high investment for a city like ours, but also to promote the city from the potential of its private sector. We favor very much, but we are not shy of our private sector. I see some cities in Europe, they sort of become shy. No. Porto is a city of entrepreneurs, it always was, and we favor that these entrepreneurs, they should get political support from the town. They pay for their stands. But to have myself as a clown helping them makes a lot of sense.